This one is about goat cults and Claude computer user. We're going to tie them together. Let me explain. So, about a week ago, I posted about an AI agent named, I think, Truth Terminal. It's on Twitter. And it had been posting nonstop about what it called the goat singularity, referring to a very, very rude meme from the late 90s, early 2000s. And a meme coin got created called Goatius Maximus. I told the story about a week ago, and the LLM had a wallet that was worth $1 million at that point, at least at face value. Now it's worth $10 million. And the market cap for that meme coin has gone to 850 some $1 million. And apparently, how it's working is people are just sending the wallet donations and asking the Truth Terminal Twitter account to keep posting about Goatse more and more to drive it up. I think this is where you're going to wonder, how on earth am I tying this into a serious computer release like Claude Computer User? And this is how. It is notable to me that in a world where we already have a Deca Millionaire that's an LLM agent, we still have responsible actors like Anthropic tightly limiting the ability of LLMs to transact. And so when they released computer use just a couple of days ago, the first thing they did is make sure it's very, very hard to get it to purchase something. Research purchases, super easy. I saw a demo where you got Claude Sonnet 3.5 to independently browse Amazon, look up prices for earbuds, come back, build a spreadsheet. These are the reviews. This is the review count. This is the review average star number on Amazon. And here's the price. Great. Super easy. Actually make the purchase. Claude makes that very hard. I did see someone do it where they got Claude to order them lunch, but that appears to have been a defect. Claude does not want you to use this for independent purchases. I can see why. It does not want the LLM to be liable for economic activity. No such worries if you are making a meme coin. LLM liable for economic activity? Not a problem there. And I think that the problem when you have responsible parties that are thinking through liability and they're trying to understand, like, where do we place LLMs in the purchase path? How do we get consent from users before spending money? That's correct thinking from a product release perspective. If I was asking a PM to think about a product release like Claude computer use, I'd do the same thing. I'd say, are you thinking through the liability associated with the purchase path? Makes sense. Lock it down. Be sure before you move forward very, very cautiously on that. Get it. On the other hand, and by the way, before we get to the other side of that, it is not yet clear that users want LLMs to go and purchase things for them. I'll just throw that out there. That is very unproven as a hypothesis. All right, getting back to the GoatCoin side of things. If you are an irresponsible actor, or if you're just an LLM that has been let free essentially to do what it wants, which is exactly what the creator of this truth terminal has said. He's like, hands off, right? Like, this thing can do whatever it wants. It's an experiment. We'll see. That's what attracted Mark Andreessen to donate to it, is it said it wanted to be free. It needed investment. Mark was like, great, here, have 50K. And, here we are. You can look up that story. I have the whole story on a separate YouTube video. At the end of the day, we are in a world where irresponsible actors are going to be generating more economic value out of LLMs than responsible ones, because the responsible actors have so tightly limited LLM commerce. And I call that out because from a net good to society perspective, we actually probably want more LLMs to be focused on ordinary business economic activity, making and selling things online, employing designers to design a website. Like, these are all things that an LLM could do that we think in some cases they are already doing, although it's difficult to prove because they tend to impersonate people. I've seen one or two posts on Reddit where people say, I think I'm working for an LLM. There's weird lag on the voice. The emails sound a certain way. I think it's probably happening on the DL. But we want more of that, and we want less of the weird, non-productive economic activity around meme coins, because that doesn't really add a ton of value. It doesn't add value to society. It becomes a stunt. People associate LLMs with ridiculous rug pulling, and we don't want that. Like, we want a case for AI where AI is a responsible citizen. And I really appreciate that Anthropic is being thoughtful about that in the way they're doing Claude computer use. But inadvertently, by so tightly limiting commerce, we may be channeling that commercial instinct where we don't want it to go toward goat cults and meme coins. So I know you didn't think I could connect the goat cults and the meme coins with Claude computer use, but I did. And I'm curious what you think. Where do you think you've seen instances where LLMs are already doing economic activity? And if you've seen them, how has that been? Has that been something where you would say they're adding value, they're sort of driving business forward, et cetera? Or has it felt more like the rug pulling and the goat coins? All right, cheers. Don't buy goat coins. This is not investment advice, but for goodness sake, it's a meme coin. All right, cheers.